Most of us don't fail because we lack talent. The truth is, we fail because we stop too soon. All right, new year, new me. Let's get these gains. Ugh, this is too heavy. Forget it. 2 weeks is enough, right? Nope, I'm done with this. Or creating a new YouTube channel, uploading exactly 3 videos, and then vanishing completely. Sound familiar? Your biology is wired this way. The brain is designed to love, comfort, and immediate rewards. That is why scrolling through social media or eating fast food always feels easier than studying or working out. However, consistency operates differently. It requires you to accept delayed rewards. You can't get in shape after just one workout, nor can you build a successful career in a few days. And here is the biggest trap. Most people quit during what is called the invisible progress stage. You are making massive internal efforts, but there is no external evidence or result showing yet. A beginner learning guitar will produce terrible sounds for weeks before any real improvement is noticed. People don't quit because they are incapable. They stop because humans struggle to stay committed when results are invisible. Therefore, consistency isn't about motivation. It's about knowing how to keep walking, even when progress seems to be zero. If you tie consistency to motivation, you are falling into a massive trap. Motivation is a terrible system. It is completely unreliable. Motivation fluctuates daily based on your sleep, stress levels, and hormones. How many times have you told yourself, the truth is, the most consistent people in the world aren't always filled with motivation. The only difference, they have simply stopped negotiating and debating with themselves. The mental battle of deciding whether you feel like doing it today drains your energy before you even start. Consistent people don't rely on emotions. They rely on systems. They turn actions into an automatic routine. Systems remove decision-making. The less you have to debate with yourself, the more likely you are to take action. Stop relying on sheer willpower and start building systems that automate your daily actions. Create pre-programmed routines. When it's 6 p.m., I hit the gym. No overthinking, no negotiating. A system is your best defense against a bad day when your motivation completely disappears. Don't fight yourself every single day. Fight to build a system that works for you. The key to maintaining permanent consistency lies in shifting your personal identity. Setting goals like, I want to read more, or I want to lose weight, isn't enough to change long-term behavior. Instead, you must redefine yourself. Tell yourself, I am someone who trains consistently. Why? Because human psychology naturally tends to act in absolute alignment with the identity they believe in. When you view yourself as a disciplined person, wasting an entire day will make you feel incredibly uncomfortable. Identity shifts how you make daily decisions, not just the intensity of your effort. Consistency is not a personality trait. It is the result of your habits and your identity. If you continually keep promises to yourself, your brain will start to trust you more. And every daily checkmark is not just a completion. It is a vote for the new person you want to become. Don't label yourself as a quitter. Label yourself as someone who is recovering their consistency. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Stop focusing purely on the destination. Focus on refining your system every single day. Consistency is not a gift you are born with. It is a highly learnable skill. Stop negotiating with your emotions. Commit fully to your systems. Your system will never be perfect on day one. It requires continuous tweaking. Every small daily action nourishes and reinforces your new identity. The next fatal mistake that guarantees failure is starting with too much intensity. Forcing yourself to study for 8 hours or gym for 2 hours leads to burnout. The brain prefers sustainability over intensity. A habit that survives the test of time is 100 times more valuable than a massive effort that only lasts a week. You think consistency is a massive, exhausting struggle, but it's actually built from tiny, manageable actions. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Small actions drastically reduce resistance, and resistance is the ultimate enemy of consistency. Just focus on becoming the type of person who consistently shows up, no matter what. Don't let your ego dictate your starting point. Start much smaller than you want to. And beware of perfectionism. The all-or-nothing mindset is the absolute destroyer of consistency. Consistency is never about perfection. It is purely about repetition. Skipping one single workout is not a failure. Quitting entirely is. Learn how to scale down. Scale down the intensity for the day, but never scale down the consistency. Protect the routine at all costs. If you can't do an hour, do 15 minutes. The ultimate goal is not to execute perfectly. The goal is to protect the habit from dying. It's not about how fast you can go. It's about how long you can keep walking without stopping. Recovering quickly after a slip-up is a core skill. It's a normal part of the process. Today, consistency is much harder because your brain's dopamine system is constantly under heavy attack. Endless scrolling and short-form content train your brain to constantly crave immediate rewards. This makes high-value, deep work like studying or building a business feel incredibly tedious and painful. Your brain adapts rapidly to overstimulation. When your dopamine baseline is unnaturally high, everything else feels completely underwhelming. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Embracing boredom is the very first step to restoring your focus and attention span. Boredom effectively hits the reset button on your attention. You must ruthlessly protect your dopamine levels. Consistency requires deep work, and deep work requires a highly functioning, healthy dopamine system. Simplify and eliminate your cheap dopamine triggers. It's not about living like a monk. It's about becoming the master of your own attention. Step away from constant overstimulation. Don't touch your phone the first thing in the morning. Protect those early hours. Repetition. Guard your attention fiercely. It is arguably your most valuable resource in the modern world. I wonder what that means. Shift your identity to become someone who actually values and protects their boredom. The smartest discipline is designing an environment that reduces your need to ever use discipline. Remove the friction for your good habits and build massive walls in front of your bad habits. You can never maintain long-term consistency in a chaotic, distracting environment. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Systems eliminate chaos. You must create visual evidence of your progress. Habit tracking is a psychological superpower. It proves to your brain that you are changing. Seeing 20 completed workouts on paper feeds your new identity, even before your body changes. Prepare everything the night before. Make doing the right thing the easiest choice available. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Visual proof is crucial to surviving the invisible progress stage. Simplify your daily routines until it's harder to fail than it is to succeed. Your environment inevitably shapes your behavior. Design it with intention. Reward yourself for following the process, not just for reaching the destination. True confidence is born from evidence and the promises you actually keep to yourself. Consistency is a skill you master over time. Consistency is an ongoing process, not a final destination. It becomes an unbreakable habit. Remember, consistency is much less about intensity and much more about relentless repetition. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature where I can read this aloud in a natural, human-like voice. Stop negotiating with yourself on hard days. Protect the routine at all costs. Unbreakable consistency will change absolutely everything in your life. Recover quickly when you fall. Just keep showing up. What would your life look like exactly 1 year from now if starting today, you finally became consistent?